Alright everyone, welcome to a new video. In this one we're going to discuss our first impressions of Season 2. Season 2 just started this morning, I'm filming this at night. The video is going to go out tomorrow morning, so yesterday for you. And I think there are several changes that are pretty positive, and some things that really didn't change. So let's start with kind of the first one and the most obvious when you get into the game, and it's the changes to the user interface. So if you notice, changed up the color here. They changed up the look of the Season 2 menu, journal. Really the colors are the main thing here. So I gotta say that I do like it. It looks very clean. The items tend to pop out more, definitely in this way, and it still feels very familiar. So I think this is pretty good. Not a major change or anything, but I think a pretty good one overall. Then the next thing that you notice is that there's no more first light. So it's closed off the map. Strange that it shows invasions, but it's not there anymore. You can't get to it. And I'm assuming this is going to be reworked. So they took it out of the game, but it's kind of strange at the same time. I mean, they add new zones or rework old zones without taking them out of the game. So what's so special about First Light that it has to be taken out of the game? So that was something. I hope that it actually comes back as like totally reworked with a brand new story and whatnot, and we'll definitely follow up on that. And then let's go and take a look at the season journey. So same familiar 5 chapters plus challenges. Did notice a little bit of some minor differences in what they're actually asking us to do. I don't believe that there was a activity card challenge, and a lot more of these challenges come with titles, so that's pretty cool. That's going to be a lot of fishing, for example, blood fishing. That's incredible. And then I believe they changed up again some of the other challenges as well, like catch 1,000 pounds of fish. But it seems like the rewards for each of these chapters are pretty much the same, with a different theme than they were in Season 1. But again, there's some changes here, which I really do appreciate the titles. I think that's pretty cool. Like, these things take quite a bit of time to do, and I didn't do all of them in Season 1. Now I'm more likely to, because I like collecting stuff. Probably a lot of you guys do as well. So that's really good. Then we have the activity card, which basically, from what I'm able to see on this first activity card, is very similar to the season 1 with some additions and some changes. So, loot elite chests, I don't think I've seen before. I already have an idea of where I'm gonna go for mine. That's easy to do alone. And then, I don't think I've seen gather resources like that either. Dune Walkers was not a activity that I've seen before, so they must have added the activities in here. So slight changes from season 1, which it's good. The next set of changes the next set to discuss is the actual rewards. They seem to be very familiar to season 1 with some additions like these transmog tokens, but for the most part it's the same sort of thing that we've seen in season 1, with reskinned with different themes. So if you look at the end, that's kind of stands out in my head is I recently got this reward for season 1, which is the hat that you see. So it's very familiar, and then at the end, Champions Cash. Now, one thing that I don't see here is a title at the end. And I think in this particular, so besides 95 and 100, there's a little bit more chests as well. So a little bit different, but again, a lot of the same. And very, very familiar with what we've already done in season 1. I haven't looked at the purchase levels. I don't usually purchase these things, but they seem to have a lot of good stuff in here. A lot of the transmog tokens, which I think are probably going to end up being something that you pay for on the store. So, but I think overall, pretty good. Next thing to cover is the raid, which I believe is down here somewhere in this area, which is the sandworm trial. I actually watched someone, I forgot the name, actually tried to do a world's first this morning. On it looks very, very difficult to do, and it takes a lot of coordination. So I don't know how many people will get to do it. I don't know if I'll be able to do it. But I hope to. It's a pretty difficult raid, and I think it would be really nice to do. We'll see. Hopefully towards the middle of the season. What I didn't check is this season ends in 88 days. I want to say that was less, or this is less than season 1, but maybe I'm wrong. And this number here on the top right looks like the XP for the season looks way too big, just out of proportion. But outside of that, I think that's pretty good. Overall feeling about season 2, I'm excited. I'm excited for actually the story, which is starting off at Crow's Nest. So they're reutilizing the pieces from season 1, and I'm hoping that they continue that story. So that would be pretty cool. Play this upkeep real quick. So excited for it. Excited for the story. There's definitely new things to do. Not like massive amount of changes. I think still a good enough amount that would kind of bring me back to the game and give me stuff to do for the next 2-3 months, 88 days or so. Like especially these titles, it's like, man, there's a little bit of that FOMO, right? Fear of missing out when it comes to this. So, and some of these are pretty cool, and I definitely want to try to get as many of these as possible. So I think they did a really good job again with the titles, and I think that's probably gonna keep people playing to grind those. So I think some of these are like super hard. The Mutation God, I think, is one of them for sure, and then the Sandworm Hatchery Trial, which is the one above. I think seeing what I saw today, would be very, very difficult to do. So I wonder how many people are actually going to get it done. But all in all, I think that's one of those things that's going to, at least personally for me, is going to keep me playing, because I want to grind some of these for sure. And that's really it. Let me know what you think about season 2, or what your thoughts are, what I should grind first. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.